Hello everyone. Today our session is about the great Cholas. Okay, Chola dynasty. We are going to talk about the founder of the dynasty is Vijayalaya. Vijayalaya. He made Tanjavur as his capital. Tanjavur is called as a rice bowl of Tamil Nadu because it supplies the maximum rice production there. So Vijayalaya is a founder. Okay. Now today we are going to discuss in detail about the administration, how the land measurements happen, everything in detail. Vijayalaya is a founder of Chola dynasty and Tanjavur during 8th century. Okay, he defeated Pallavas. He was working as a feudal lord with Pallavas. He defeated Pallavas and he became a great ruler. He formed his own dynasty. Okay, he is a founder and he made Tanjavur as his capital. Rajaraja, the powerful ruler, expanded the territory with naval conquest. So he is Vijayalaya. Now, Rajaraja Chola, he was a great, powerful ruler. He expanded the territory. Okay, so the temple, we will see about this temple. This temple is very famous in Tamil Nadu. It is also called as Perivudayar Kovil, Hindu temple. It is dedicated to Lord Shiva, located in Tanjavur, and it is also known as Rajarajeshwara temple, big temple. There are many names for this. So what is a famous point is tower is the tallest one in the world. So tower, okay, so 216 feet high tom weighs 80 tons. This tom alone weighs 80 tons. There is a great mystery that how did they bring the tom to this place. Okay, how did they bring? Now see, interesting fact about the temple is, which is also one of the tallest temple in the world, it has been designed in such a way that the viman means the gopuram, okay, the tower above the sanctorum does not cast a shadow at noon during any part of the year. Normally there is a shadow casted during different time of a day, right? So so tall viman, it doesn't cast the shadow. So architectural design is like that. Okay, so it has to be really, it's really wonderful. And the tom weighs 80 tons. This tom weight is 80 ton. How did they lift here is slanting construction. They made a construction from this place to this place, and then with the rolling tower, with they rolled this stone to this place. It was a great work during that time without any technologies. It has to be really appreciated. No missionaries were used. Transportation source was only elephants. And now there is a special one more feature, monolithic Nandi. This complete the Nandi is made up of one single stone. It is called as monolithic Nandi. Now in detail about Chola dynasty. Rajendra Chola, that means the son of Rajaraja, he was very famous ruler and he defeated Chalukya's Palas. Okay, he conquest of northern Sri Lanka, that means northern Sri Lanka completely he conquered, he won victory. He marched from Kalinga to Bengal. From Kalinga, see from Kalinga, that means near Odisha, from to Bengal he marched, and then he defeated the local rulers of the Ganga, the northern region. Okay. See, to celebrate the victory, he was called as Gangai Konda Chola. That means conqueror of the river Ganga. He constructed Gangai Konda Cholapuram. Again, a different temple he constructed. It is architectural sceneries are very great in this. And Rajendra Chola expanded his territory with the naval expedition. That means sea route. See here, they have given three lines. Trade route. The line shows the trade route from southern part of Tamil Nadu to see the from Tamil Nadu to where and all he reached. He reached East in Asia countries, Korea and Taiwan, China, everywhere he reached through the naval. That means sea route he found, and he was a very famous first one to introduce this. Okay, next the Malabar coast and Coromandel coast was a main port during that time. And the dark Chola territory, this was a Chola territory, complete Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Andhra Pradesh. Okay, part of Andhra Pradesh. So this was the places he had. Chola influence means the pink color where and all he have given. He had influence. Okay, that is what it is. And then see the places what he ruled. It is given in yellow color. So Rajendra Chola was a very powerful ruler. Okay, next. Now we are going to see about the in detail about the temple. This is audience hall, a place for activities such as concert and dance. The musical activities, dance will happen. Temple dancers are called as Devadasis. They used to dance. They engage the people who come here. for functions will be celebrated here. And this one, it is a inscription on the walls of the temple. This also one kind of inscriptions. And see, actually, main source of information is inscriptions. What and all they gave: copper plate inscription recorded the conquest of the king, where and all he is uh, taking a war and winning, events and gifts made to the temple, everything is recorded in the inscriptions. Okay. And this one is Garbhagriha, the main place, the place where the main deity is located, chief deity. Okay. Shiva means Shiva temple means Shiva is located. Vishnu temple means Vishnu will be located there. So Garbhagriha, where the chief deity is located. And rulers patronized art and literature. They encouraged popular saints Alvar and Nayanars, devotees of Vishnu and Shiva, flourished during their period. So many devotees of Vishnu and Shiva, they were encouraged very well by Chola rulers. So they were creating many different songs and stories about Shiva. Kamban age is called as golden age of Tamil literature, because Ramayana is a classic Tamil literature created during this time. Okay, Periya Puranam, Vaisekiyar, everything was written during this period only. So it is a very famous period. This is called as audience hall. Devadasis. Who are Devadasis? The temple dancers are called as Devadasis. What is Garbhagriha? The place where chief deity is located. Why Ramayana is called as the Kamban age is a golden age? Because the classic literature is written during this time only. So this is about this. And that means the Chola was very good in administration. That means the tax was collected efficiently, the land measurement was happening in a standard manner, so everyone has to pay the tax according to the land they have. And they were very good in local self administration, the village administration. Now see, king had different council of ministers, he had different ministers for every department. And he maintained a large army with infantry soldiers, navy, that means ocean, in ocean he can go and attack anyone through ocean, naval attacks. Okay. And cavalry and elephants. So he had everything, all the powers, whatever, wherever required, he will use. And then the empire is divided into provinces or mandalam. It is also known as mandalam. Again, the mandalam is divided into district, or also known as Valanadu, or group of villages or nadu. So it is divided like this for easy administration. Now also our India is divided into different states, and state is divided into district into different places, villages. Like this, they used to divide. And a large village, if it is a large village, it was different, administrated differently by separately by, as called as Taniyur. Okay. And they were very good in local administration. Actually, see the classifications. Village administration is divided into three types: Ur, Sabha and Nagaram. Ur is nothing but the general assembly of all class of people. Everybody will be there. There is no caste difference. All class of general assembly. Sabha is the assembly of Brahmanas who owned land. See here, there is no caste difference. Here, there is a caste. Only Brahmanas who owned land got as Brahmadeya grants. What is Brahmadeya? It is nothing but the land grants given to Brahmanas by the kings. King used to give land as a gift to the Brahmanas. So they used to live in a place and they used to own so many lands. It is called as Brahmadeyas. What is Nagaram? Nagaram means city. As a name suggests, it is the assembly found in towns and cities. Nagaram, normally trades, merchants, they used to form a group, and then they, for a better administration, that's all. Nagaram is a group of people who are living in towns and cities. That is what about village administration. So this is about the Chola dynasty. If you take it as a very great level of administration is found here. So these are the three classifications about Chola dynasty. Thank you.